Emanuel, what do you have there?
Oh,
Did you know that Emanuel's been working on this all day long? He went on YouTube to try to figure out how to crochet a slingshot. You want to make a shepherd's sling.
I crocheted a lot of string.
Yep, we went to the dollar store yesterday and got some yarn. And today he's been working all day on this shepherd's sling. So now, can you demonstrate for us how it works? You just got done with it, right?
Yeah.
So you find a rock, right?
Yeah.
Which is very easy.
This is just a homemade sling.
Yeah, it's a homemade sling. Manuel, now I gotta see how you do it, okay?
So,
It could be dangerous, so I better step out of the way here, huh?
When there's 2 strings, I just made it like this, so I just put it in my.
Okay, well, however it works, let's see you demonstrate.
So
You put a rock in, so
Yeah.
the rock is sitting right there.
I do this, and then wait. Then when I want to let it go, I just let
The one string go, right?
yeah one of the strings go.
Okay, so let me see.
Oh, that one wasn't really.
Sometimes you have to do it a couple times to get it just
sometimes I
right.
have to do it a lot of times. Okay, now where's a rock that would be good? Maybe this one. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yep, that's pretty good. So this is Emanuel's shepherd sling. I went online.
Homemade.
Yeah, homemade shepherd sling. So Emanuel's been watching, I think, the movie David, right? And you saw him using a slingshot.
Yeah.
So you went ahead and you crocheted your own little sling right there.
Yeah,
shepherd sling.
I knotted and crocheted the strings. Then I taped the thing so
You crocheted and then took some tape over it.
Yeah,
To make a
because
little basket there
yeah.
to hold the stone.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a great demonstration. Now let's see what Marvin's doing here. It's been a while since I uploaded a video, so maybe we will have a little
Sit there with my feet up in the air. That time
walk
of day.
through of the property. Hun,
Okay, I got a couple of the honeydews crossed off the list. One of them is a nice clothesline out here. Let's go look at it. These are treated posts that I put in the ground. These are furs that we had. These are seasoned for about 2 years now. And if you come up here, you can see I scribed them in. All kind of blended in together. I appreciate good workmanship. If it looks rough, I notice that. But they're smooth for the most part. And here is a plastic coated cable that we had laying around. And so I just looped that up this morning. I think I'm gonna try to get 3 lines in there. Yeah, those posts were left over from a project we did. Leftover clothesline, and then come over here. Right here is a swing set. Now, about 9 years ago, I built one like this on one of the first property we had in Montana, but it was smaller than this. So I decided I have my own mill, I have lots of logs, so I built it a little bit taller, a little bit bigger, and we got everything you see here, I milled. If you look at the 5x5 posts at the bottom, everything up there, the roof and everything, I milled everything. Now the boards here are Ponderosa. I milled those, the trees were green, and I put all those boards together super tight. I knew that they were going to shrink. Big deal, that's what boards do. I didn't want to wait 2 months, sticker them, and fight with still somewhat twisted boards. So we just put them on tight and nailed them extra. There's, instead of 2 nails in each row, there's 3, like right here. Normally, like I would sometimes only put 2 nails in it if the board is dry, but we put 3 in. We may put battens on it. Now the sand here, if you guys remember, the flooding that we had in December, this sand congregated down on Marcus and Dora's creek bottom property. And he said, if you ever need sand, come help yourself. So I went over there and got almost a dump trailer full. I have more. And the boys have really been going to town with the sandbox. And unfortunately, this thing got caught when I was driving in with the sand with the skid steer, so I'll have to fix that. Now, this top beam right here, if you guys remember, we had a tree right over there that fell down, and I used the top end of that tree for that ridge pole. The swings I made, just a 2x10 down here, loops, repair links for that, and it works really well. These are parts of barrels that we did a concrete project, I think, for the front patio up there. We had some leftover. I filled those, we brought those over, and I had those sitting around. I knew I was going to use them for this, just so that the wood is not sitting directly on dirt. But this all, I'm waiting for this to dry. I have metal coming. This all needs to dry some more, and I'll take an Osborne brush, which is like a Teflon cup brush on a variable speed polisher, clean that all up, brighten it all up, and then we'll stain it. As you guys can tell, in the last month, the grass has gotten completely brown. The garden is doing okay in some spots. About 2 nights ago, the deer came and ate a bunch of my lilac bushes. This right here is my archery target. It was sitting over there, but since we built the swing set, it's kind of in the way when I get out to 60, 70, 80 yards when I practice, so I moved it over here a little bit further so I got a straight shot. Over here, the tea is doing really well. You see Mary used up the rhubarb. So another addition that we have is the windmill. I found the windmill head that was damaged on Marketplace. Got that, took it all apart, did a bunch of hammering on it, straightened it out, and the bottom part, the tower, did not come with it. So I went over on the sawmill, got some longer, skinnier logs, and I milled that out, and there we have a little windmill sitting there. I do have to anchor it down. If it got really windy, it would tip over. I have been watering these flowers very, very well, but they're kind of fading off. I fertilized them, keep watering them. Maybe they'll have a second bloom, I'm not sure. The onions are doing the best of everything in the garden. The onions are just popping. They're doing really well. These 4 up here are zucchini. That was a freewheeler. It looks the same, so those are zucchini. These are going to be surprises. These are all, we had a lot of vine, pumpkins, pickles, cucumbers last year, and these are all little sprouts that came up in various places. We don't know what these are going to be. We have this little guy growing along here. The corn is looking pretty good. It was coming up very well. The frost stunted it. I fertilized it, I've been watering it, and it's already tasseling. So it's really short, but it is tasseling. We did get some strawberries. Unfortunately, we did not get one raspberry off of there that there might be, is there some coming up there? I think the blossoms froze on the raspberries. And like I said before, we have a few scraggly potato plants that come up. What I planted this year, I think most of these are little potatoes that were in the ground from last year. The beans, I planted a purple bean this year for something different. And I would say 3 out of 5 of these plants froze. There's some of them that are coming, I have a couple cucumber plants down on the other end. They froze, they knocked out a few new leaves, and they have been literally been sitting there for 2 months not growing. I don't know why they wouldn't grow. A windmill is something I always wanted. It's kind of an icon of the frontier, pumping water. I've had my eyes out. I've been looking for a windmill for probably 4 years now. There's been a few that have gone for $3,500, but they're gone just like that. Most of the time, you're going to pay $4,500 to $7,500, up to $10,000 for a windmill. People know what they're worth, and so I figured I have actual out-of-pocket cost is I have about $110 in this one. Mainly the fuel to go get it, because it was probably round trip, I'm going to say 4 hours. About a 4 hour round, 4.5, 5 hour round trip to go get that head. And so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And the greenhouse is kind of, some plants are looking really well, others are not looking so good. This is a surprise vine back here. I don't even know what it is. It came up and started going gangbusters. Now, if you look at these tomatoes right here, the little ones on the end here are little freewheelers that came up just throughout the greenhouse from tomatoes that fell down, were there over winter, and then germinated. So I have 2, 4, 6, I have 8 plants of those. And they seem to be doing very well. These plants are doing pretty good for the most part. I saw something online that said if you want to grow really good tomatoes, put an egg at the bottom. If you look, these 6 plants right here that are the smaller ones, these are the first ones I planted. I did not put eggs underneath them. I got 6 plants, planted them, and then I heard about putting eggs underneath. All the rest of them, the taller ones anyway, have an egg underneath them. And they are doing noticeably better. So just look at the difference. I don't know. I mean, it's the same soil, the same water. Got the plants from the same place. They didn't grow as much. I have issues with leaf curl. And if you look at these, they are just lush. They do need to be watered. I'm not sure. It gets really, really warm in here. I did get the shade cloth on. It should be bigger. I think I might need to put a fan. But the peppers, of all things, I've never been able to grow peppers in my life. The plants wouldn't grow until we got to this property. In this greenhouse, I can grow peppers. But look at this guy. I'll give that one to the supervisor. And here we have some jalapenos. Kind of got to look for them. There's another. These things, I never could figure out why some of them are so hot. And last year in hunting camp, there was a guy there that was telling me, if you water them, they're not as hot. If you don't water them very much, they get really hot. I had one just a couple days ago that was, it made my eyes water, almost started sweating. It was pretty hot. So that's a little rundown of the homestead here. We've been a little bit slow in posting. We have a lot going on. Today, I finally got the floor in the large living area of the basement. It's linoleum. And that's kind of a process. It's actually pretty tedious to get everything cut, get it in there, get it clean, get it glued down, make the seams line up so that it's not really noticeable. Last winter, a year ago, I finished out 1 bedroom. And then last winter, I finished out 3 bedrooms. So we're plugging away at it.
Is it spicy? Pretty spicy.
This one's got some fire. As you guys can tell, it looks foggy. It's not fog, it's smoke. We've had a couple days of lightning storms that went through and started a number of fires. The area we used to live in Bonners Ferry, a lot of people evacuated. There's a couple of houses that got lost. Other than that, a lot of people evacuated. Some close friends of ours had to evacuate, but thankfully their houses got saved. Yeah, lightning storms and wind, as dry it is getting, is not a combination. Today is Saturday, July 18th. Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow night we're going to do a sit down. We're planning on doing a sit down and kind of give you a life update of what's been happening. Love to see a windmill turn. My original plan was to have an authentic, a real windmill that pumps. And I have like a 15 or 18 foot big stock tank at the bottom, galvanized stock tank. That would be our swimming pool. And then the plan was to have a pump attached, and that was going to be the pool filter, the pool pump. But you know, for a little bit of time and less than $150 versus $5 to $8 grand, you know, I'm pretty happy with this. This is one of my favorite times of the evening, right? You just come out, I'll shoot my bow, just hang out with the boys. Sometimes we'll go down to the creek, hang out on the swing. It was piping in the 90s today, and it's cool. Spud came out of the shop. He loves the shop. The concrete is cool, keeps cool. As you guys can tell, this is kind of our lawn this time of year. We just don't have, we have enough water for household and hand water the garden. That's about it. So unless it starts raining about September, so this is kind of what our lawn looks like. Anyway, that's it for now. Stay tuned for tomorrow night, Sunday, and we'll do a sit down and give you an update what's been happening on the homestead.